Hello? Camera's not working. Oh yeah, it is. It's just so bright out here, I can't see the light. Let's make sure we're going here. My phone's slow. I don't know how to refresh on the phone. It is a very warm day here in Michigan. Rather warm up here. Let's see if I can figure this out. There we are. Hi, see me. Right on. Now I got to figure out how to turn this down. Right on. Cool. Let's see if I can figure this out. There we are. Right on. Yeah, it's pretty warm up here, and the temperature is supposed to go down here pretty soon. Thought I'd join you guys outside for a bit. It is rather warm, though. Definitely was not going to have a fire. Can you guys hear me all right? Looks like old man's with us today. Hopefully we got some signal here. YouTube always trying to get me to try something. We got Rich Crabtree. Hi. Oh, I think it's mid-80s right now. Lynn, hello. This is cool. I had to try something different. I just ran my webcam out the window and set it outside. Figure I'd watch the chat from my phone and just hang out here for a little bit because it's really nice. Looking forward to the cooler weather. Iron Fire Horse. You cracked me up the other day, Iron Fire Horse. That was too funny. That freaking comment in that channel. Oh man, that was funny. That was a good one. I don't know if any of you got to see the video, the pre-video before the live stream. I meant to premiere a 10-minute video before the live stream. I tried that before and it worked out really good. Can you guys hear me all right? Oh, that's right. I could hear it. And somehow I scheduled it, but I didn't hit the premiere button, and I'm setting up the live stream. And I'm getting everything set up on my computer inside, setting up the live stream, my pop-out chat. Then I went to set up the premiere in that chat, and I was like, oh no, there's no chat, there's no premiere. It's just scheduled to go public. So that was a bummer. That was a fail. It worked out really good the last time, though. Hey, Jeff Smith. But a lot to do with Fatwood Anonymous, and what started Fatwood Anonymous is where we could get together and show Fatwood finds. So it's always fun to be outside sometime, show the Fatwood finds. But the premiere started, that's pretty new. That wasn't here when we first started Fatwood Anonymous. So it's a little more fun to edit a more fun video and show what Fatwood I found this previous week to show instead of just on the live stream in a fun video beforehand and talk about it. Old school with a modern twist. Awesome, you hear me good. You know, I just realized, had I trained my birds to come to me in the backyard, I could set up my webcam back here, put up a bird feeder, and I could do 8-hour live stream bird feeder webcams. Now, I don't know if any of you have seen those before, but some people will put up a webcam by a bird feeder and just leave it live. That would be fun. I might have to do that. Just put me a little bird feeder out here. Just run a live stream. Just for the heck of it, you know? William McGuire III. Wilbur is in the house. Good to see you, Wilbur. Yeah, I love that premiere option. It's so nice to all get together. I believe it's somewhere you can actually watch, maybe not on YouTube, but you can actually watch movies together with friends and family around the world. And that's just cool. And it's even more cool how YouTube allows us to share our videos together. And we can all watch at the same time and talk about it in the chat. But luckily, I caught the fact that I didn't premiere my video, and I just posted it 10 minutes as soon as I saw it wasn't premiered. I just posted it. Few people got to watch it. Few didn't. Cheesehead Chris, Miss Queen. Need to get me a better crown. Oh, that's right. I still got that tiara. I've been waiting to find the right piece of fatwood to make a crown with, because that would be really fun. It would take some work, but I think it's doable. In the video that I just posted before the live stream started, I found a piece of fatwood root that looked pretty darn spectacular, and I'm really itching to go back. The weather's supposed to start, temperature's supposed to go down a little bit in the mornings for the next few days, so I'm definitely going to go back and snatch up that fatwood root as soon as possible. That little trail is hard to take in the mornings because the dewy grass gets my shoes all wet. So I got to wear special boots when I go on that trail. I want to see you burn some fatwood root. Right now? Yeah, I do that. I've watched live streams of birds and other nature. Yeah, I might try that. I'll have to conjure up some kind of bird feeder. I got a broken one over here on the stump. Maybe I could fix this one up somehow. It's pretty old. I think the metal top that's missing here, I think it's over there somewhere. It's missing the plastic plate on this side, and it's weathered to all hell. It has a, looks like paracord. Yeah, it's got paracord. Wonder how I could do that. That would be fun. Get the birds' attention for a few days and get them knowing it and get them accustomed to it. But I leave it on the stump over there because it looks pretty. Kind of retro, old school like. Just looks real pretty with my flowers. I've been getting pictures of as many flowers as I can right now, because pretty soon, this time of year, everything just dries up and turns to a crisp. Okay, we want to burn some fatwood root. Not too bad. All right. Let's see here. Where is that fatwood root? I've got this new one right here that I just showed on a video that I posted a few minutes ago. I have the base of this fatwood stump that I found. And I cut the roots off of that, but they were just little stubby nubbies. It's got a very cool design pattern on it. I always like that. Last year I was finding roots like this, and Donna at Dream Creation and Adventures had seen a smiley face in it. So when I looked at this, I thought about her, because you can't see little faces on it. It's weird how the grain twists around and makes circles. Let me see here. We can do up a fire. I think you guys can see the, oh no, you can't. Let's see here. There's a little bit of a lag. Yeah, you could see the fire right here, couldn't you? Waiting for my hand to move. No, it's a little too low. A walking stick. Oh, 5 foot of Fatwood. Oh yeah, I've always been looking for a extra long piece of Fatwood. If I could find a root long enough, a nice curly root, that would make the perfect Fatwood root. Because it's almost impossible to find a piece of Fatwood longer than, or 12 inches. It's really tough to find a branch that has Fatwood going up to 12 inches. Let's see here. I have all this Fatwood still here that I found. I need to process it. Yeah, I've got quite a mess of Fatwood everywhere. I like processing it down, burning all the scraps. I got so much I can't seem to find the one really good root. Then again, this one's pretty darn good too. Get this axe out of the way. See, do we have a knife out here? Oh, we do. All right, let's clear up this dry stuff here. And we'll get a little bit of Fatwood root going. Man, this sure is pretty stuff. Real pretty. Yeah, this stuff is very pretty. It has the dark black Fatwood in it, but a very thin layer across the top. The more I learn about, it's hard to believe I can still keep learning about this stuff. You think it would get old after a while. See if I can get you a good dark piece. Oh wow, that's really, really dark over there. Yeah, the camera probably won't do it justice. Let me join you guys back in the chat here. What I need is like an earphone and a computer that would read back what everyone's saying. That would be pretty cool. Hey, Red Alert. SKS, welcome. Heck yeah, fire, fire. Okay, we're ready for a fire. I don't have a ferrocerium rod out here, but I always have one close by. It'll take me but a second. Fire, fire. Punch it down a little. Hopefully not too much. Let's double check. Make sure you can see it. Sounds like the neighbors are watching sports. Yeah, you can see it. You can see my jelly rolls too. I'm working on them. I go out hiking every morning. I get up, I go outside, my birds are waiting for me. I feed my birds. And then I pack up and hit the road and hit the trail every morning. Okay, we don't have no Maya dust on this. Let's see if we can light it without. Just like that, no Maya dust. Fatwood root. Rooting for Fatwood. See where I got that? Pretty hot for the fire, though. Skip trial. Fire more interesting than sports. Hey, you got that right. Heck yeah. Pretty cool. Yeah, that Fatwood root's some good stuff. The first Fatwood root I ever got wasn't anything I found. It took me a long time to find my first Fatwood root. Bam! First Fatwood root I got was gifted to me by Survivor Metal Man, and I still got a good chunk of that. I'm saving it for a handle. Ooh, that's warm. And I got pitch on my hand. You know, I just realized I forgot to take some pine pitch with me to Kentucky. I had told Calvin that I was going to bring him some. Another moderator just handled that. Interesting. Midwest Prepper, what's up? Good to see you. I love it when you call me Shlisa. That's what my friends in school would call me. I got a lot of pronunciations for my funny name. I like that. Out of shape for living in the city the past couple years. You know, a lot of the cities around here have a ton of hiking places. I've been actually sneaking around and finding Fatwood there. I got to be real careful with this old stump. It's old enough now that it catches one little ember. It can grow and grow, and you can come back half hour later and probably, I would assume, find a big burning hole in it. I wouldn't be surprised. There's a really cool video from Aaron Nelson. I think it was in the wintertime. He was lighting up some fire on his old stump. And if you watch, you could see the little ember on the stump. It was so old start to grow throughout the video. That was pretty cool. Good thing he caught that. But I always watch for mine, especially after seeing that. That's really cool. But yeah, when these stumps get old, this one here is still pretty green. You probably can't see that one, but the one I've got over here is really green, and it even still grows those turkey tail fungus, turkey feather fungus. There's the fire. Woohoo! I have to keep it real clean around here because a lot of chips and stuff. I don't want a big fire, especially this close to my house. I believe there's a code for how close to the house I can be having a campfire and all that. So I got to be super careful. I've got my shop broom. I've got the patio, the pavement, so I can sweep it up real easy. I also rake around the grass. My pumpkin plant is all the way up to here. Oh, and you can't see it. It's right there. I now have 2 pumpkins. I saw my second pumpkin today, and it's almost up to the pavement here. But I'm extra careful. When I get processing Fatwood and I start accumulating wood chips and scraps, I have a snow shovel, I have my shop broom, and I have my burn. I believe you can see my burn fire cage right over here. Ooh, that's smoky. And I throw all my scraps in the fire cage. I save all the little scrap pieces that are actually Fatwood, not punkwood. I save all those. I must have about 5-gallon sized bags of just chopped up Fatwood sticks. They come in handy. I'll rip one open sometime when I'm starting a campfire, a bonfire. I'll just grab a handful and start my fire that way sometimes. If anyone ever needs I keep wanting to say 5-gallon, a gallon size bag of matchstick Fatwood sticks processed, let me know. I'll ship you a bag. I got plenty. I used to have a couple gallon bags of Fatwood shavings, but I had too much fun with those. Pine stumps have out here, but the pine stumps I have out there, but my fire pit. Thanks, old school. That was a nice burn. Watch to make sure the fire is completely out. Walk away after making video and fire on them. Everywhere around here is private land if you want Fatwood, and you gotta ask hard to find regular land nowadays. That's a bummer. I'm really, really lucky. I have this county park that unfortunately has been ravaged by a tornado, derecho, whatever they want to call it. And it got a lot of scrap wood and stuff cut down, and it's just debris everywhere. And I have access to that. Got a lot of places I have access to. Got an old friend. I go on their property. You know, you went through a lot before YouTube breathed, and I'm sure Calvin understood. Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? I was in the hospital before YouTube breathed, so yeah, I'm lucky I made it off there. I guess that would make sense why I'd forget to take some pitch to him. I need to collect some more pine pitch or take some out. I have 2 tins with pine pitch in them. I need to warm them up and pour him some in a container or something. I believe he wanted to use it for glue or to, Calvin wanted to use it for glue or to preserve or protect something from waterproofing. Send some my way. Okay. Yeah, I was real lucky. I was so glad I was able to make it to YouTubery. And as I told Grant Hubbard, I was so glad, I was so appreciative of his hospitality because I was able to get caught up on so much rest. I mean, I was so comfortable down there on that couch and the air conditioning. I needed that bad, and I was still able to see everybody, and I really enjoyed the drive down there and back too. So I was really glad I was able to go to that trip. I had been looking forward to it for so long. Yeah, storm damage is a great place for Fatwood, and it already had old growth, a lot of old growth stuff. But man, there's one standing tree, one stinking red pine, and I showed it in a video last week, but long story with my camera, I couldn't find the footage, but it showed some, it has the most biggest, most baddest, most incredible Fatwood branches on it. Oh, if only that tree were falling down. I managed to snatch one of them. And that is just a badass freaking chunk of Fatwood. That is a nice piece. I mean, look at that. Still trying to find out some stuff to do with pine knots you sent to me. Too sticky for lathe. Any ideas? Yeah, you'd have to reach out to Stalker Steve or Redneck Renegade if you want to know how to turn those pine knots on a lathe. If you don't want to turn those pine knots on a lathe, Midwest Prepper, if you don't want to turn those on a lathe, process them down. It's good practice. It's calming, meditating to process Fatwood. It's good exercise too. And what I like to do when I process my Fatwood, let's see here, let me catch up. Oh yeah, YouTubery was real fun. Hey Shlisa, I'm interested in those gallon bags if you're up to it. Okay, we got 2 bags ready to go out. 805 Road King, woohoo, he loves Fatwood too. Gotta get some pizza for me and the kiddo. We'll be back. Yeah, we'll be live for a little while. We'll be going inside too to do a little bit of freshening up on our bee and wasp knowledge because I'm concerned about running across a bee's nest while I'm out there, and I want to make sure I know what to do. So we got some bee trivia to go in the house to do later. We'll probably be on live for the whole 2 hours tonight. So as I was about to say, how I process my Fatwood. As you see here, I take one of these and I cut it up as high as I know the Fatwood goes to. If I got an example for you. Point you up a little bit. Probably too much. Yep, I knew it. Stuff's all warm. Gonna get all sticky. Boy, that didn't help it much. Oh well. Went to point the camera up higher and left it the same. Yeah, this one's too damn sticky. It looked like honey when I wish I hadn't lost all my footage. I'm having trouble figuring out my expensive camera. I just shot a killer video the other day with some deer. Can't find the footage for the life of me. I gotta learn that camera, so I'm gonna spend the next week on tutorials. So back to what I was saying. When I process fatwood, I cut it up to about as high as I think the fatwood is. Then I chop off. See these little edges and corners? I chop those off. I cut it all downwards. See, I think I had one I was started on, but this isn't a good example. But I clean it off, and the center piece I save is one big piece, and all these extra bits and pieces that I've knocked off, I put them in a bag. Once I'm done, then I break them down to matchstick sizes, and I put them in a gallon bag. So I end up with a whole bunch of big processed pieces. I don't like them smooth round. I like sharp edges around them. And then I take all these extra pieces that I knocked off and make them small pieces and put them in a bag. Yeah, this one would have been an incredible example. I think this one's more deserving to be sent to someone because it's so sticky. See if I can give an idea of what I'm talking about. Let me check the chat. Let's hope I don't get my smartphone all sticky. Stalker Steve's in the house. Well, thank you. I took this chair with me to YouTubery last year. I managed to fit it in the back of that Cavalier. It wouldn't fit in the Saturn, but this chair was perfect for that. Sheiliza O'Shell, if you want a big, send a bag this way because my son snagged 80% of what you said. That sounds good, old man. All right. Let's see here. Set that down. Hard to do this at a funny angle. Okay, to finish explaining what I was talking about, that same piece there, I knocked all those pieces off like I told you. See how you can see the fatwood? Usually the whole piece is pretty clean. It's usually cut right about here. The dry spot broke off. But that ends up with a processed piece. And then I take these extra side pieces like this. And those are the ones that I chop down, break down to matchsticks and put in bags. And I use them a lot. I have a lot of fires. That's why I got into fatwood, because all my life I'm firebug. Do a lot of bonfires, sit by the fire a lot. But yeah, I've got a couple bags of these pieces like this, and like I told Midwest Prepper, it's good exercise, it's soothing, it's calming just to sit down when you got time to kill and just process down a bunch of pieces. Yeah, that's how I end up with 5-gallon zip bags full of matchsticks in the carport in a tub. I always keep my carport super clean, clean up debris, leaves, dry grass. The last thing I want is to be on the news because I've got a fire that can be seen from the Indiana border. Enough fatwood in there to make a big old black cloud. Thought she was going to put that on her knee and start chopping. Oh, that's funny. That must be the angle, huh? Alcohol works great. He's gonna yell at the screen. Yeah, Steve's got a couple videos, and I think even Redneck Redneck Renegade has some videos on how to turn fatwood. Keep cleaning them with rubbing alcohol. I need to go out. I need to write this down. I keep forgetting. I am out of hand sanitizer. I was out in the woods and I had my saw all gummed up and a son of a gun, you know, and I'm going through my bag. Where the heck's my alcohol? My rubbing alcohol, my hand sanitizer. That's what I use. It helps with my hands when I'm in the woods and it gets my saw clean. You have to let it soak for a minute or two, take a break, have a cigarette, a drink. That reminds me, this is probably cold or warm now. But rubbing, I keep wanting to say rubbing alcohol, but hand sanitizer is best. So that one day I didn't have any hand sanitizer. There was a gas station close by, ran in there, no hand sanitizer. I was looking at the shelf with their medications and the gas treatments and oil and car stuff were in the same shelf, and I'm almost tempted to grab some heat, liquid heat, or something like that. And I thought, you know what? I've heard someone say WD-40, so I grabbed a little can for $4.99 WD-40 and sprayed it on my saw. It did all right, but I still had to find a dry piece of wood just to rub and wipe the resin off and the WD-40 off. It did clean my saw, but not as good as hand sanitizer. Ah, it's too fizzy. Should have brought a cup. I don't have much trivia tonight. I have a lot of stuff to read. I'm really concerned about, for some reason, I'm just concerned about coming across another wasp or hornet nest. So I thought it'd be good tonight to focus on that a little bit. And I found some interesting things on what to do if you stumble upon a bunch of bees or hornets. HRM, just in time to catch the process synopsis. Get a fry pan and cook us some bacon. You know what I was actually going to do, but it's too hot out. I've got this bird seed, and there's these little pieces that nobody eats, but they look like little popcorn. So I was thinking about getting out my little wood stove and my little cast iron little skillet, spray a little canola oil on there and throw them little bird seeds on there and see if they pop like popcorn, because I know a lot of seeds do. Just out of curiosity, I was thinking that'd be a fun video, but it's too dang hot out to be slaving over the hot stove. Ah, I see. Richard Crabtree's saying Midwest prepper, keep them clean with rubbing alcohol. I think the most important thing I've learned from watching lathe videos with Fatwood is not to sand them, but to leave a fresh, smooth cut and coat them right away before the resin dries up. If any of you managed to get, if any of you managed to get a peek at the video before the live stream, which I doubt, this piece right here was bright red yesterday when I freshly processed it, but the resin dried up really quick. The heat came, the resin got wet, then the night came and the resin dried up. This bad boy was bright red, and you'll see it on the video that just posted. But this was bright red, and only after a day the light coat of dried resin is already covered the bright red color. So it doesn't take long for the fresh red color of the resin after it's been cut to dry up and the color goes away. That's a pretty good piece. I rarely find a pine knot where it's solid that much. I've been coming across a lot of short ones, a lot of disappointing pieces. I don't even know why I'm going to take out my second pumpkin I just found. Oh, I was just going to say, I don't know why I brought this piece of shit home, and now I look at it, it's coated in honey. I was just going to say, I don't even know why I bothered with this piece. Now I know. Guess I'll have to give you a close-up. I'm sure it's in my video. Fatwood Anonymous. Oh, you rush through your chores. Oh, red alert. Take care. Sorry I missed you there. Didn't see you were going. Thanks for coming. Really, Irene, I have a playlist. I don't know if I still have it or not, but I used to have a playlist. If I do still have it, it was called Seeds That Pop. There's all kinds of seeds that pop. There was even a couple of Survivor episodes where the kids were learning, the contestants were learning certain, their chicken feed would pop like popcorn. Saw, but not that good. I'll take, it doesn't make sense. You have 35 days till autumn, just saying. Don't you, that sounds wonderful, but yeah, it does sound wonderful. That's when autumn begins. I know you like to count down till spring there, James. Old school with the modern twist, but I didn't know you counted down till autumn. When I was able to go camping, I was a small washing machine drum for my cheap fires. It helps prevent strong wind from blowing hot embers around. Nice. Yeah, I've put out quite a few videos lately. Oh, no, you don't. Touch the screen by accident, screw it up. Oh, no. There it is. Ah. I have this smartphone. It doesn't have any service, but it works on my Wi-Fi. Before I forget, talking about it, I got to show you. Hopefully, I don't have a screen to look at to see if I'm showing this right. But yeah, this is the piece I was like, what the heck did I bring this home for? It's just coated in honey. I don't know how good the lighting is, but that's a hell of a sticky piece. And you know the Fatwood goes all the way up to there. It's pretty cool. Looks like I could have held it up a little higher. Sorry about that. Pretty fun having a Fatwood Anonymous outside. That's where it should be. Once I get the right phone in the mail, I'll try to do a Fatwood Anonymous out in the woods. We'll see. But I did pop up one time a year ago, out in the woods just to say, hey, I'm out in the woods. I'm having too much fun. No Fatwood Anonymous tonight. Should try that. At least a half hour. Ah, no wonder I'm not getting a chat. I'm holding it upside down. Watch me drop it on the pavement. I'm looking forward to winter if I'm healthy and pain-free. I missed out all on fall and winter last year. I was in too much pain. I went through a nightmare. So I'm looking forward to it if I'm pain-free. My first year on YouTube, I was outside doing videos all winter long. February, March, April, May, January. I mean, I'm looking forward to some cooler weather. Grading metal wash tub guy get the same purpose, old name. Anything new, Shlisa? Not really. I'm just feeling good, and I've been off antibiotics for a while, and I'm just getting my spunk back and getting back into shape, and just really enjoying life. Really enjoying the heck out of it. I think it's pretty cool that I could bring the webcam outside. If I wanted to, I could go live right off the smartphone, but that's a bit of a pain in the ass too, and the Wi-Fi and stuff. Looks like I lost my, but I'm doing really good. Really, really good. It's just really, really good. I've been doing great. I can't say, I bet, man. I love these cool mornings, and it's going to start cooling off after today. I don't care if it's raining or not. I just like cooler. I go out in the woods with an umbrella. Downpour, maybe not, but I love cool weather. I love being outside. I don't mind the rain a bit. I actually like the darker, more overcast skies. Um, I used to enjoy 90-degree days when I lived over by the river, the little creek that I used to live by. I used to spend the whole day at the river, just floating or sitting in the water in the shade. It's about the only time you can enjoy that icy cool water in the river is on a super hot day. Now, when there's a super hot day, I stay inside and clean. Yeah, I've been thinking about that, James. I've been thinking about that. My car's running really good. I was itching for a road trip a couple weeks back. I went to Sturgis to the Hot Now, Sturgis, Michigan. I think it's the last Hot Now that exists. Went out there and got me one of their classic chicken sandwiches and their fries and cheese teasers. There's a lot of Amish country out there, so I drove around the Amish country a little bit. Just did a nice road trip. And I'm really hoping I can come out and see you. I've been thinking about it, James. I missed you last year. If everything just keeps going. I look goofy. I got my ponytails. Yeah, let me think. What time is it? We probably should be going in and get started on some bee safety. I really need to get updated and educated on some bee stuff. And sometimes it's like, you know what? I do a live stream. Might as well learn together with everyone else. 7:17. We still got a few more minutes. No, love rain. Love songs about rain. Right? Let me think here. What all do I need to go back live in the house? I should have planned this in the first place. I'm already starting to sweat. Yeah, I gotta unplug there, take the camera back in and plug in. That should be all I have to do. But it's funny, I got my webcam on like a 15 or 20-foot extension cord or something like that. Not a regular extension cord, just specifically for the webcam. Stretch it through the window and out the screen. Why not, right? Oh yeah, now it starting to feel cooler now. Get a breeze going, the sun's starting to set. Oh, there is something new. I have gone 2 weeks, 2 weeks yesterday, cane free. I have not needed to use my cane for 2 weeks. I've been walking with the cane for 10 years. 10, 11 years I've been walking with a cane. It was right after my friend passed, July 3rd. We had a going away party for him. And I went through that whole party without my cane. I've been slowly going caneless. And yeah, I've been using my cane less and less, and now I'm cane free. I still take my walking stick when I go hiking. There was one hike I went where I forgot my walking stick, and I was like, well, I'm already halfway out. Do I go back and get it? Or do I take a risk and just keep going? Because the scariest part is when I walk without my cane, I get too far and my back seizes up and I go into back spasm and I have to lay down in a neighbor's grass or wherever I'm at, lay flat on my back and hope to God it goes away so I can make it back. And I don't like doing that. I don't want no one seeing me laying on the ground asking me if I'm okay. So I've always kept my cane with me in case. But I managed to go on a full hike without a back spasm, and I'm able to go through the store without a cane. But I do take my hiking stick with me when I go hiking. I actually took my trekking pole. Yeah, I still have your address, ding-a-ling. I have this trekking pole, and I got so used to not having my cane that I set my trekking pole down, and I didn't realize I didn't have it till later. And luckily I found it. I had it leaned up against the car somewhere, and when I moved the car, it fell on the ground. I went back to look and see if I did, and sure enough, it was still there. Nobody took it. And the woman laying exactly, Steve. That's what I don't want to happen. I've had to do that a couple times, and way back when I had to sit on a neighbor's porch because I couldn't make it to the store and back. But that wasn't about my back. But yeah, my back will seize up so bad just walking down to the corner and back that I'd have to lay on the grass in order to get back home. It was awful. But so far, that back surgery I had last December, I'm starting to see benefits, and this steroids starting to leave my body. I thought after stopping the big dose of oral steroids, I would start feeling and looking better, but I forgot the injected steroids take 6 months and maybe longer to start leaving your body. And finally, I've been noticing that too. So I've been feeling pretty damn good. Thank you, SKS. Yeah, it's not fun at all. Hey, Pickerick. Glad that you came. Good to see you. A new walking stick. So far, I love the walking stick that my neighbor made me, and I have my trekking pole. I just well, I got a beaver stick too. Just got the beaver chew marks on each end, but that's too heavy. You have to be real careful with a walking stick. You can't have it too heavy, otherwise it defeats the purpose if it's your back you're worried about, because you're lifting it every time. Rather than using it to hold yourself up, all of a sudden you're lifting something heavy every time you step. And that can make you really worse. Nah, I'd really like to get a Fatwood walking stick someday. I don't plan on using it as a regular thing, but it would be cool. So it's just one of my goals. It's always good to have goals. It's important to have goals. There's a Chinaman under the cooler. Irene. Yeah, it's almost trivia time. Woohoo! I definitely want to do a full live stream tonight. Make sure everybody gets a chance to come by and say hi. I got a few friends that really hate it when they miss it. Sometimes I cut it short. Hopefully I won't get too tongue-tied. I got some good fun facts I want to read. I usually prefer trivia over reading fun facts and interesting knowledge that we need to know. I've got both, but I got a few paragraphs of what to do in case of bee attacks, and I think that would be good for Fatwood Anonymous tonight. Drank some moonshine once, was laying in someone's yard. That's funny. That's what you say every time you bump over something. That's funny. I was wondering what you meant. That's too funny. Yeah, I went 10 years with some of the worst back pain. And then right after my kidney transplant, my back pain just almost went completely away. It was almost like something about dialysis was making my back worse, or something about my transplant meds, which I figured out later, was making my back better. The steroids actually help. I'm only on a tiny dose of steroids right now, but I think that had a lot to do. Of course, they had me on a huge dose of steroids right after the kidney transplant. That might explain why the pain kind of came back as a back pain is bad stuff, bad news. I almost feel guilty sometimes now for using my handicap plate. At least you didn't end up in a house. Someone else's house. All right, I'm going to turn this off. Oh, wait. See if I can remember how to do this stupid smartphone crap, touch screen. Stop trying to sell me shit. All right, swipe off. Done with the smartphone. I'm going to unplug my webcam, and I'll catch you guys inside. So stick around. I will be right back. Anybody there? Here's my hiking pack. Love it. Oh man, it's cool in here. Holy crap. I'm all hot and sweaty. And I left my sody pop outside. Now where's my stinking keyboard? Ta-da. There we go. All set up. Hangout is live, blah, blah, blah. Hangout on there going away for quick streaming. Try blah, 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 webcam. Okay. Noted. You guys are funny. God, had your winter house coat on earlier. You know, that reminds me of something. I noticed, even I did once. It's easy for us to forget. Those of us who have fur babies, cats or small dogs in particular, it's easy to forget when we get our air conditioning going and the house is nice and cool. We gotta give the little guys a blanket. I noticed that when I was at a friend's house, the dog kept perching on one of the little, they had hardwood floors. He kept plopping down in a funny way on the little rug on the floor. And I've seen other critters do that. And I was like, he's trying to get cool. Or no, he's trying to get warm. He was cold. And I threw him a blanket. He lifted it up with his nose and got right in. But yeah, it's easy to forget. You know, doggies can get cold, like your feet. Bark, bark. Well, that was a success with the webcam outside and using the old smartphone to read the comments. No need to run the computer monitor outside. Then we'd really need to be thinking about maybe just going live on a smartphone. That'd be ridiculous. Let's see. I do have some interesting stuff about what to do when a bee attacks you. Oh, I only got 5 thumbs up, so I'll give myself a thumbs up. There we go. Pause that. Check my description. It's been a while since I've read this. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so some interesting facts and even some trivia if you guys want to do trivia tonight. Some people like the trivia, and I don't know if anyone doesn't because they don't say. You gotta be so careful. Don't hurt nobody's feelings. I got my feelings hurt last week, but I got strength from it. Are bees swarming now, SS? I don't know. I don't know if they're swarming yet. Probably pretty soon. Bees might start swarming soon. Ah, not now. Here we go with the notification party. You know, you used to be able to go into your settings on a live stream and turn the notification sound off. There we go. Thanks a lot, Windows or YouTube or whoever's not letting me do it anymore. No, thanks, old man. What was I saying? Yeah, trivia's good. Good. Trivia in the hood is good. We need to do some hood trivia. Do's and don'ts when you visit the hood. Let's see here. How many do we have watching? Nine watching. Okay, we got 9 people that might enjoy some trivia. I know we've done a lot of stuff about bees. Oh, that's right. Old School with Modern Twist was asking me if bees were swarming yet or not. I don't know. I've been watching. I don't worry too much about bees. Bees, no problem. It's some stinking wasps, hornets especially. But You know, I don't mind if I see the hornet nest or wasp or whatever in the ground or wherever. I'll go right up, take pictures of it. You've seen me, I even steal fatwood from a hornet's nest. It's the ones that I don't see that worry me. I'm so worried I'm gonna rip one right open or kick one open. And for whatever reason, it crossed my mind. Yes, I'm getting them, Aaron. I just showed them all to you outside, but you're a little late getting them fatwoodums. Hey, Vanessa Kitty. So I usually run trivia around 7:30. And as I said, I was worried about kicking open a bee's nest, and I'm thinking, do I really know what I'm supposed to do if that happens? I'm really thinking to myself, you know, what exactly would I do? Who would I call? No, it's not going to do no good to call someone. You only call someone if you're actually having trouble breathing or can't get up. So I pulled up some stuff. I did a little copy and pasting into the description. And I even have a couple of windows open with some short quizzes for trivia. And as I sit outside, it's really fun to learn together. I like to learn, and once in a while, I will share my learning with you, and we will learn together. Yeah, I don't want to run into one by accident. Exactly. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start out with what to do. Okay, here we go. If you are being pestered by bees, don't swat at any of them. And if you do get stung, leave the area immediately. Some bees, hornets, and wasps release alarm pheromone when they sting that could attract more bees to you. However, if you're being surrounded by hornets or wasps, you have to be a little more careful. They're more sensitive to movement. So as pest professional Simon blah 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 explains, flailing, yelling, running can make you look more of a threat unless you've destroyed their nest or something else extreme enough. Destroyed their nest or something else extreme enough to cause a full swarm. You're better off staying calm and moving away slowly with your head down, eyes closed, face forward if possible. I was reading a little bit too somewhere about throwing the shirt over your head and or covering your eyes. But run away quickly. Okay, number one, run away quickly. Do not stop to help others unless small children or disabled may need assistance. As you are moving quickly, walking carefully, quickly. Pull your shirt over your head to protect your face, but make sure it does not slow your progress. This will help keep the bees from targeting the sensitive areas around your head and eyes and nose and mouth and all that lovely holes you forgot that you have. Number 3, continue to run, but do not stop running until you reach shelters such as a vehicle or building. A few bees may follow you indoors. Ooh, I didn't think about that, but it would be smart to know wherever I'm at, where my closest safety point is, such as the local bathroom. You know, one of the parks I go to, there's a bathroom, which I can never close enough to get to when I need it. And there's my car. It might be good to always know where the closest safe spot is. Let me put my pop-up so I can see y'all. I better start wearing a bra. Oh, God. Okay. So, do not stop running until you find shelters such as vehicle. Bees may follow you indoors. However, if you run to a well-lit area, the bees will tend to become confused and fly to windows. If you run to a well-lit area, oh, as you're inside, I see. As you're inside, they'll get confused. Do not jump into water. The bees will wait for you to pop up for air. If you are trapped for some reason, cover with blankets, sleeping bags, clothes, or whatever else is immediately available. Do not swat at the bees or flail your arms. That's why I turn into a bitchy woman when I'm around people and they're starting to swat like my stepdad loves to do at the bees. If you're gonna get into a fight with the bees, warn me first so I can get away. No, some people think I'm a bitch. I'm just assertive and honest to a T. Once you have reached shelter or have outrun the bees, remove all stingers. When honeybees sting, it leaves a stinger in the skin and it frowns on it, blah, blah, blah. This kills the honeybee, so it can't sting again, but it also means that the venom continues to enter the wound for a short time. Do not pull stingers out with tweezers or your fingers. This will squeeze the venom into the wound. I know much of this. Instead, scrape the stinger out by using your fingernail, edge of a credit card, dull knife, or other straight edge object. And that's it for that one. Those are the fun facts, good to know stuff about bees. And then I have some trivia. Hopefully it's good, because some of this stuff is hard to tell. Safe space. Yeah. Use chopsticks to catch bees while walking occasionally. Right on, HRM. Wink, wink. Sure. Okay, let's see here. Woohoo, a quiz. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Everybody ready for a quiz? Before I start the quiz, I have learned it's important that I do this. Before we start the quiz, I need you all to make sure you are live. You are caught up live, and understand that there is a bit of a, I understand that there's a little bit of a lag, so I try to give you all a little time, but not take too long and make the live stream boring. So make sure you check your monitor or your phone, however you may, and make sure you're live and you're not behind a few seconds or a few minutes. Sometimes that happens. And let's enjoy this trivia, shall we? Is this the birds and the bees or just bees? Bees and wasps, Steve. Bees and wasps. The wasps fly. Yeah, bees and wasps. No birds and bees. I'm not going to tell that story. If you want, you can request that for the next Fatwood Anonymous. Okay, number one. Not the most interesting stuff, but here we go. Number one. What is the Latin name for the common wasp? Vespula rufa, Vespula austriaca? Okay. Since they don't have A, B, and C, I'm going to have to make it up. So, number one, the Latin word for the common wasp is A, Vespula rufa, B, Vespula austriaca, C, Vespa crabro, or D, Vespula vulgaris. Usually I share the screen, probably should this time, but hopefully that's the only question that's... Bezua stingus. There you go. I like that one. Bezua stingus. Hairspray and lighter makes a good flamethrower for bees. Hey, we got a Uper digger giving us, I guess. We're going to go with that. I don't always like the questions that want to tell you how tall trees get or how, I don't know. I want to learn something that'll help me. We're going to go with B. Okay. This one doesn't tell us right away. Let's go to number two. We got a B and a C, a B, C, and a C. Also, all social wasps are black and yellow. True or false? All social wasps are black and yellow. This will be interesting. All social wasps are black and yellow. True or false? Always remember to stay hydrated on a hot day. We got people who can't type and I can't talk. We got a false and a false. All social wasps are black and yellow. We got some false. We're going to go with that. Why did that answer that for me? Okay. Next one. Not true. All right. Right on. We got false. We're going to see. It doesn't tell us right away. Which wasps can sting? Number 3. Which wasps can sting? Is it A, neither, B, both, C, the females, or D, the males? Which wasps can sting? A, neither, B, both, C, the females, or D, the males? Black and yellow, black and yellow. Both. Pickerick says both. Both wasps can sting. What else we got? Anyone else? C, they can sting a lot, the females, huh? Old man says B, both. Looks like we got 2 boths. So we're going with both. Okay. Number 4, male wasps come from unfertilized eggs. Number 4, male wasps come from unfertilized eggs. Is that true or false? True or false, guys? Male wasps come from unfertilized eggs. True or false? Because the girls got an innie. Man, that would be kind of hard to get it in if there was a stinger in the way. True or false? We got 2 false. All I know is black and yellow will hurt a fellow. I love it. That'll work. We got 3 false. All right. Male wasps come from unfertilized eggs. We got false. Number 5. What is a suitable nest site for a common wasp? What is a suitable nest site for a common wasp? Is it A, a hole in the ground? B, all of these? C, a garden shed? Or D, a cavity in a loft? What is a suitable nest site for a common wasp? A, a hole in the ground, B, all of these, C, a garden shed, or D, a cavity in a loft. Uper Digger's house. So that would be option E. Pickerick says all of these. Old School says all of these. Dr. Steve says all of these. Right on. Number 6. Old man says the only bee I know that can't sting are the drones. No. 6. A wasp is buzzing around your head, really annoying you. What should you do? A, kill it. B, ignore it. C, move away. Or D, wave your arms about and scream and real loud. A wasp is buzzing around your head, really annoying you. What should you do? A, kill it. B, ignore it. C, move away. Or D, wave around screaming like a crazy ass. You ridiculous. I like Pickerick's answer. I like Old School's answer too. We're going to go with move away. Number 7. We have all seen wasps hovering over our drinks and sweet foods. Why do they do this? We have all seen wasps hovering over our drinks and sweet foods. Why do they do this? A, adult social wasps live solely on sugars. B, just to annoy us. C, adult social wasps need sweet things to feed to their larvae. Or D, adult social wasps are attracted by the colors. Swat towards your friend. I like that, Dr. Steve. That's a good one. Or just point up here. No, I like that. All right, we've got social wasps need sweet things to feed their larvae. Right on. So that would be C. Number 8, a wasp sting is alkaline. Number 8, a wasp sting is alkaline. Is that true or false? True or false, a wasp sting is alkaline? It's not the Energizer Bunny, it's the Energizer Hornet. By the way, all hornets are wasps, but not all wasps are hornets. Fun fact. Youper's cheating, I know. Shh. We got it true. A wasp sting is alkaline. Yeah, it hurts. Freaking, oh, I can tell some awful stories. So we got true. Number 9. Wasps' nests are used for many years. Number 9. Wasps' nests are used for many years. True or false? Oh man, I'm starting to rest my elbow on that arm again. I rested my elbow on the arm of this chair Friday night on a talk show. About killed my shoulder. Wasps' nests are used for many years. True or false? Yeah, very funny. Stay away. Stay on your side of the road. Put honey on it to relieve the pain. YouTube thinks old school's comment, F is a bad word. We got trues and false. Let's see here. I see 2 trues, so we're going to have to go with that. Wasps' nests are used for many years. True. Okay, here we go. Last one, number 10. Wasps are a waste of space and should be wiped out. Number 10, wasps are a waste of space and should be wiped out. Now, I got something to say about this, but this is true or false. We're going to answer it first. Wasps are a waste of space and should be wiped out. True or false? Black powder moment. Good old alkaline. Yeah, we need them, except the places where they are invasive. Wasps are invasive in the Netherlands, I believe. Or was it New Zealand? I get those 2 places mixed up. New Zealand. One of my favorite people on YouTube, he's in New Zealand, and all wasps are invasive and ruining the place. Okay, so we've got plenty of falses. Good job. Let's see what our answers are. Okay, ooh, these ones are good. This is the one that not only gives us the answer, it gives us a quick explanation. This is the kind of trivia I like. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, the correct answer. What is the Latin name of the common wasp? Vespula vulgaris. We answered austriaca or some shit. It's vulgaris. So I guess wasps are very vulgar. There are several species of social wasps, of which the common wasp is one. Vespula rufus is known as a red wasp and tends to nest underground. Vespa cobra is the largest of the social wasps, the hornet. It is mainly a southern species and nests in trees. The Vespula austriaca is known as the cuckoo wasp, and it is known no workers, and it lays its eggs in other species nests. Hence the name Vespula vulgaris. Number 2, all social wasps are black and yellow. Our answer was false. We were right. Although most of the social wasps are black and yellow, the largest, the hornet, is actually yellow and brown. Which wasps can sting? We answered both. We were wrong. The correct answer is the females. The only wasp that can sting is a female. The female wasp is the only wasp that can sting. The sting itself is an adapted ovipositor. The female is the only wasp that can sting. The sting itself is an adapted ovipositor, the organ with which the female insect lays her eggs. As males don't lay eggs, they don't have one. So it has something to do with her. It's an adapted ovary. I don't know. Okay, male wasps come from unfertilized eggs. We answered false. We were wrong. It's true, male wasps come from unfertilized. Strangely, only female wasps come from fertilized eggs. Sperm cells from mating or stored inside the queen over winter, while sperm cells from mating are stored inside the queen over winter whilst she hibernates. In the spring, she uses the sperm to create female workers to increase the colony size. Now, that's something I've been wondering about. At the end of the summer, she runs out of sperm, and the fertile male wasps are then produced to fertilize the fertile females and begin the cycle again. So there is your birds and the bees explanation, Stalker Steve. Here we go. Number 5. What is a suitable nest site for a common wasp? You answered all of these. It's correct. The fertilized queen on her own in spring will make a small nest from wood pulp. I have a new channel. You all check out the Hornet King, by the way. Great channel. Fertilized queen on her own in spring will make a nest from wood pulp, which she chews and mixes with her saliva. Then she will lay the female fertilized eggs in her nest. They will then emerge as workers and continue to build the nest and feed the larvae, leaving her to main function as egg layer. Let me catch up on the chat here. I don't have you up. Yeah. A wasp is buzzing around your head, really annoying you. What should you do? We said move away. The correct answer was ignore it. Okay. Well, I guess if it is buzzing around you, you don't ignore it. I was thinking buzzing around is in threatening you. Okay. A wasp is unlikely to sting you unless you wave your arms about screaming. Killing the wasp would actually be a very bad idea because it dies and releases a pheromone, which acts as an alarm to other wasps. Blah, blah, blah. This is also released if the wasp stings. Other wasps in the area become more aggressive and go to investigate. So it's a particular bad idea to kill a wasp near its nest. So rather than move away, ignore it. I don't like that. We have all seen wasps hover around our drinks and sweet foods. Why do they do this? Adult social wasps need sweet things to feed their larvae. Wrong. Incorrect. The correct answer is adult social wasps live solely on sugar. Adult social wasps live solely on sugar. Adult social wasps, they often attempt to invade honeybee nests and steal their honey. The wasp larvae actually produce a sweet substance for the adults to eat, but in later summer, the queen stops laying, so the adults have to find their sugar elsewhere. This is why they seem more annoying in the late summer. Interesting. So adult social wasps live on sugars. They often attempt to invade honeybee nests to steal their honey. The wasp larvae actually produce a sweet substance to the adults to eat, but in the late summer, the queen stops laying eggs and they get cranky because there's no, okay, cool. Number 8, a wasp's sting is alkaline. Your answer was correct, false. In fact, a wasp sting is more or less neutral with pH of around 6.8. Information from Kiel University of Timesline. The best treatment for a wasp sting is to wash the area with soap and water and apply an ice pack. You can also apply an histamine cream to reduce the itching, or take an antihistamine tablet or liquid. It is painful. And if it's painful, take a painkiller. Number 9, wasp nests are used for many years. We answered true. We were incorrect. The correct answer was false. Wasp colonies only use their nest for a year. That's why they start making one in the beginning of the spring. Okay. They tend to be very fragile and cannot withstand the winter weather. Towards autumn, the queen will start to lay fertile male eggs and female. Ooh, that's not social. Okay. These will then mate fertile females and leave the nest. The colony declines quickly after this and dies. Food becomes scarce. Yeah. Okay. Number 10, wasps are a waste of space and should not be wiped out. We answered false. We were correct. Surprisingly, wasps are quite useful. They feed thousands of larvae on masticated insects, including caterpillars and aphids, which are often harmful to crops and gardens. The wasp's larvae all have a largely protein diet, so it's quite a lot of insects. They are also pollinators. Not to the same extent as bees, obviously, but they do land on flowers and spread the pollen, which is something very interesting on the Hornet Kings channel. There we go. We got through number 10. And where's my chat? There it is. So, I think it was a couple months ago, I did a shout out to a Brett Davis channel. And his channel has really skyrocketed. He's over 10,000 subscribers now. And he's changed his name to the Hornet King. And he's got a badass profile pic. And I've learned some of this from watching his channel. I thought that was rather interesting. But there was one thing I was curious about. And that was, how is it the wasp queen, he saves these wasp queens, and he waited till summertime, and he's been following them as they make their nest, and she lays her larvae, and I've been wondering, how is it she starts a fresh nest and is able to lay larvae, and she's all by herself and start a new colony? So with this, wow, we only got 4 out of 10. With this, I learned they have some sperm in them from the previous year. So that's pretty cool. Okay, Stay North. I forgot who that is. That's a very, very familiar name. Cool. Well, you go take care. I appreciate you coming, old man. This was some pretty good trivia. I got a whole bunch more, but we managed to do the whole half hour on that. What does the wasp king do? Where do wasps make nests? Do wasps make honey? Do wasps live in colonies? Are wasps gentle and sweet? How many times can wasps sting? What insects do wasps eat? How can a wasp colony grow in one single summer? Where do wasps live? Isn't that what it asked at the beginning? How do wasps build paper nests? Yeah, I think, oh, this is a kid's one. I think that first trivia, I liked that one. That was pretty cool. I liked it. Anyone else? Let's see here. Fatwooders Anonymous. Got 7 watching. Cool. Hey, what did you guys think of my thumbnail? I'm curious. That thumbnail I did on a video, the thumbnail was completely yellow, and it was with a little pattern. The thumbnail was just bright and yellow, and it ended up, after you watch the video, you find out it's a Fatwood chip. What did you guys think of that thumbnail? Oh, thanks, Steve. That was pretty cool. Almost want to do that on a regular basis. That was pretty cool. What I did with that was I was just dicking around with my camera, you know, because I think one of Survivor Metal Man's thumbnails is pretty badass, where he holds his FWA chip up in the air. And one of the best thumbnails is hands. Hands and face are a big deal with thumbnails. And I always thought about that, so I'm always dinking around. But I actually held the chip up to my lens, and it was actually focused enough that it was clear. So what I did was I pointed down into the dark, and I pointed up towards the sky and towards the light to change the shades to orange to red. And then I picked one of my favorite songs and used it for an intro. That was pretty fun. I kind of wanted to use the intro where my hand was holding it up, but I really like that bright orange. I thought that might be kind of eye-catching. Oh, thanks. Cool. Glad you liked it. That was fun. Said I was going to stay on till 8:30, but I don't know. That was pretty good trivia. I'm looking forward to the cooler weather. I'd really like to have a fire tonight, but it's too hot. At least it's breezy. How's your garden going, Old School? You're still here. I've been meaning to go over and check on that. You had so much rain, and now where I'm at, it's been so hot and sunny. We actually got a long enough rain that I haven't had to mow my lawn for a whole week. That's nice. I've had to mow my lawn so much this year. Never seen so much snow and rain in one year. I mowed my lawn last night, and all I had to do was just a couple spots where the crabgrass is, because that'll grow anywhere. Let me think. It's growing good. We've canned a lot from the garden already. Awesome. That's right. I saw Helga's Pennsylvania Kitchen just popped up a pickling video. She's already got cucumbers and she's already pickling. That's a good video. I watched it just before I went live. Yeah. So for about 2 weeks I've known I've got a pumpkin. But today, this morning, I saw my second pumpkin. I had a second pumpkin once, but it didn't. So far, I almost dropped something on it earlier. I think it was my hatchet. I wished I had more of a garden. I think I was worried this year that I was going to succumb to powdered mildew with my pumpkin plant. And if I remember right, the mistake I made the last time I tried to grow pumpkins is when I watered them, I watered the leaves too. And because I'm low to the river, that escalated to powdered mildew. So this year, where my pumpkin's growing at, it's in the worst part of the yard. It's got the most sunlight, but the ground is crap. Whoever brought their heavy equipment around here and put these houses in and all that, they didn't do a good job with the dirt. And that spot where the pumpkin's growing, it gets a little too hot in that spot sometimes. But I just run the hose and I just let it sprinkle out slow on the ground, and I put it in a spot and leave it there for a while, and I just wet the ground and cool the ground off a little bit. So far, my pumpkin plant's doing pretty good. It's almost got me wanting to grow a couple more things next year. I miss gardening. I almost miss having birds, but I'm finding my own bird friends here finally. I've played with the squirrels, but I've never got this close with the birds before. What happened was I couldn't take walks this year. I had that back surgery. I needed to take walks, but it was icy as heck and snowy, and I didn't want to risk breaking my back after a back surgery, so I couldn't walk anywhere. So when I go outside for a cigarette or just to get outside, I'd be stuck standing on the porch. That's where I started spending more time with the squirrel and started getting acquainted with the blue jays. And just last night, before dark, I was standing on my porch. I had 4 peanuts, my pack of cigarettes, and my ashtray sitting here. And I move over just a little bit to this side of the porch, and I'm just looking around. And I look over, and there's that dang blue jay that's got buddies with me right next to me on a rail, stealing one of my 4 peanuts. He's getting rather daring, so I put up a little poll on my channel. There's this community setting on my channel. Supposedly you get after 1,000 subscribers. I've never tried it, but it allows you to take a poll. So I thought I'd try it out last night, and I said, taking a poll. I got this blue jay. He needs a name because apparently he's going to be my buddy for a while. And I gave some options, and so far I think I got like 33% Fred, 33% Bert, and 33% Jaybird. But we got to name that blue jay. We got to give him a name. I want to see how you smoke the fish. I don't smoke fish, you do. I thought you got the smoker. Oh, wait. You mean, God, I haven't smoked salmon in forever. I've got my little smoker, but I picked that up off the side of the road. I haven't used it yet. I've never used a smoker like that. Man, I haven't gone fishing in a while either. Just start getting my back to normal. Start walking without my cane. This is great. Hopefully I will get back into fishing and camping. I almost got there last year. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to put a root cellar in soon. Want to see how you smoke the fish. Are you going to put the root cellar in, James, at your cabin or at your house? I'm curious. Ooh, Tough Later Mouse just popped up a video. Hydraulic press channels. Toilet paper water. Oh, I missed that. By the cabin. Oh, right on. Cool. That's so cool you have that extra yard just outside of town, further away from that railroad. Michigan man, welcome. You missed the trivia and the fire outside. We're just hanging out now. I think once I'm done here, I'm gonna go for a walk. I want to have a fire so bad, but it's hot out. Might just have one anyways. Watch it from the window. No. That'd be bad. I'd have to have it pretty bad. If I want to have a fire so bad, I'd hang out by the window. Hey, 805 Road King. Oh, I saved my bottle. I'm not sure how many of you saw the video, but I did a parody of Nathan 4071. I got notes I wrote down. Oh, there it is. I got a notebook where I wrote down notes, tried to figure out Nathan's catchphrases. He always says, gosh, now I forgot. Like, welcome back, everyone. Once again, it's on. That's what he says. Oh, you gotta go. Take care, old school. I'm gonna hang out here for another till about 8:30. Thanks for coming by, old school. James, it's good to see you. Tell Brenda I said hi. But I saved my bottle. I peeled off the IBC label, and I bought Redneck Renegade some really nice stickers. These are actually, this is one of them. I kept a few for myself. I get good deals from Sticker Mule, but these are actually labels for jelly jars and wine bottles, and they're actually dishwasher safe. And I kept the bottle and I cleaned it real good because I might want to use it again in a video. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty good sticker. I had a few people fooled. I got another deal from Sticker Mule. I got 10 of these for $1. These are coasters. 10 coasters for $1. They offered me a really good deal last Friday. I wish I would have grabbed it. It was 50 magnets for I think 29 bucks, 19 bucks. Yeah, once again it's on. What the heck was the rest of them? I had to keep stopping the video to look at my notebook. Great, I didn't save the page either. Hey Lee, how you doing? Fist bump, baby. Oh, there we opened right up to it, right on. Nathan's phrases. Welcome back, folks. Once again, it's on. Let's do this. Before we get to, let's open my beer. With my bottle, or, oh, let's open my beer with, whatever. Maybe that was a note to mine. And then I wrote down a note because I needed to know what an IPA beer was. I was trying to find a way to describe my beer. And I hear people talk about IPA beers. So I looked it up, and it said an IPA beer is typically bitter and hoppy. So I wrote a note down to myself that it's not bitter or hoppy like an IPA because it's an IBC root beer. Hey, prep for it. Addicted to Fatwood, please help. You'll have to rewind and watch the beginning for the Fatwood fire fix. We did some really fun, really good trivia. I learned a couple things, and yeah, when you're attacked by a swarm of bees or kick open a hornet's nest or something, throw your shirt over your head, protect your nose and ears and throat and all that, and move quickly, carefully, and don't stop till you're safe or keel over. That's all the phrases I had down for Nathan, but it was perfect. Welcome back, folks. Once again, it's on. Let's do this. Before we get to whatever, let's open my beer. I forgot. I don't know why. I must have got too busy or it was too hot, but I had meant to put on my Bill Gowdy shirt. And I meant to put on my glasses because he's always got glasses on. Of course, there's nothing I can do about my hair. But I meant to wear a t-shirt. It was still fun, though. They're a little darker than Nathan's, but once again, it's on. Cheers. He wasn't expecting that. If you're being attacked by bees, you can cover your head and run or search out their hive and destroy it. Yeah, I think I'd rather get the hell out of there. If I want to search out their hive, I'll go back when they don't know I'm coming. Yeah, I don't mind it if I see the bees' nests. I'm scared of the ones I don't see. I decided to do a photo slide of the summer flowers, the wildflowers, before they all died. We're almost at that stage of summertime where everything dries out. And right now, for the past week and a half, since the heat wave, when I go on my morning hikes, the summer flowers are just freaking incredible. I managed to get some good clips. I got a lot of good video on camera, but I don't know where it went. I thought at first I deleted some, and there's something about this complicated high-tech camera that I bought that I'm not getting right. So I'm going to have to really dive in and spend hours on tutorial videos and really learn this thing. Because I've been taking a lot of killer photos, close-ups of deer and shit, all kinds of stuff. and I come home and there's nothing on my SD card, or there's only half of what I got on my SD card. And even sometimes, even today when I was editing, when I take this and put it on camera and I go to take pictures, snap, 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 5, 10 times, I come home and sit down and I've got all my pictures, and then I've also got this video of me aiming the camera and then taking the picture, aiming the camera, taking the picture. It's weird. It's like it's going on a pause or something. It's almost like I've got it on video and I'm pausing it while I'm taking the pictures. It's weird. I might figure it out someday, but right now it's really weird. All my photos, but I also have this video as if the camera was rolling, and every time I turn the camera off and went to take another picture, turn the camera off, go to take another picture, it's like a video that's being recorded, paused, recorded, paused, recorded, paused. So weird. So this is a very high-tech camera with some serious software. There's some incredible things I can do with this thing, but I don't know how, and I figured I'll get to it when I get to it. For now, just take pictures and video. But now I'm having problems, and this is a touch screen. And with me being out in the woods and me being tired and all that, I stumble around sometimes, and I bump the screen all the time. So I have to be real careful. It's all this little tiny stuff. And yeah, so I've got to do my homework. No more putty-offy. Time to learn this detailed thing. My son reminded me that I bought it refurbished, and if it's not working right, send it back. But there was one time I almost sent it back because this and that would happen, but then I figured that out. Sounds like time-lapse mode. Yeah, almost does. Obviously, your camera is haunted by Sheiliza. They're hard to put VHS on PC. No, I don't record the TV screen. Yeah, almost sounds like the shutters staying open. Sometimes it'll actually make the sound of a weird little video. What kind is it? It's a Panasonic Lumix ZS60, and I have selected a shit ton of tutorials to watch because I've got to sit down and get serious with it. Let's see if I can find and show you what I'm talking about. Videos, this PC. Oh man, my computer's full already. Damn it, I gotta start moving stuff over. I just did that. Let's see here. If I can remember what it was. Hey, I think this is it. Yep, I can show you right now. Let me move this out of the way here. Share screen. Select. Share. All right, let's see if we can open this up. And open wide. Go back to the beginning. Now watch this. I go to turn the camera on when I see something I want to take a picture of. I aim, zoom in, take my picture. Isn't that weird? Because and I've got all my pictures, but every once in a while I get this extra video of my in-betweens the pictures. Only once in a while. See, that poor flower's almost dried up. I should have caught it a week sooner. Those ones are so pretty. Those ones are solid. Bright color. Where'd my share screen? There it goes. And that's what's going on. And I'll go ahead and stop sharing. Pause. And delete. Or, there we go. But yeah, that's what I was talking about. Chat. Sounds like a problematic touchpad sensitivity issues. Mine does that in star mode when I record the stars. Interesting. So you were running, wanted to say hi. Hi, Derek. Welcome. Good to see you. Derek Baumgarten. Yep, wild sassafras. Not pretty? Real pretty in the sun like that. Real pretty. I had some nice pictures. So those pictures were taken with the Panasonic Lumix. But because I had so many problems in the last couple times with that, I done my last couple things with my Canon from my friend 805 Roki. Thank you. I love this thing. I think I like this just as much as I like that. Only thing that really got me into getting another camera is the battery life. And now I've actually got it figured out. I figured out a way to run a battery pack to this, I think. Because I couldn't find anything that would fit that. And I did. I think I was able to run the battery pack to it. But I was having trouble doing my stop motions. Because the battery would run dead and it would screw up my stop motion. It's a great camera. I love this thing. Love, love, love it. Amazing how good it does. Wasn't fig. No, it wasn't fig. You got no fig up here. Well, I think we've done it. A whole 2-hour Fatwood Anonymous indoors, outdoors, trivia and fun facts, updates and all that good fun stuff. Like I said, I am doing super. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I've been off antibiotics for a while. Hopefully it stays that way. And just keep moving forward. I'm hiking a lot, having a blast. I'm gonna go out and collect some pine resin I see oozing off of some white pines. If I can remember to bring the stuff with me to collect it. When you collect pine resin and it's all ooey gooey, make sure you get that stuff dried out quick, or you warm it up first and heat it up and strain it and all that. Don't leave it in the bag to get all smelly, Steve. Okay. Thank you everyone for coming. All of you that just got here. Sorry I'm running off so quick. But it's 8:30 and I'm having a blast. And I'm going to go eat. I'm going to go take my meds. I might start a mini fire. I'm dying to have a fire, but it's so hot out. I might just have like a 15-minute fire. Might throw in some white pine kindling and a few little pine knots or something. Thanks, SKS Hugo. I appreciate that. Thank you, Lee. I really appreciate that too. I love your channel name, Just My Life. I love that. I will keep it burning, and you all keep it burning too. Thanks for sticking around with me. Boom, baby. Keep it burning. Y'all take care. Have a great 2 weeks. I'll see you then.